My name's Dr. Vanessa Lapointe, and I'm joined today by
Maggie Dent.
And we're going to talk about the after-school meltdown, why it happens, and how you can handle it with style.
We know that, especially for our younger children, what they do in school today is very different than when you were in school. So there is a lot more intensity of formalised learning, lots more sitting down, lots more endlessly boring as bat poo activities rather than opportunities to play, which exhausts our children. Now, you've also got to remember they've been away from their key, special, big, lovey person who loved them. So when the end of the days come, and I want to add a little layer on there for mamas of boys, your little boy strives so hard all day to remember his manners and to colour in the lines, which he's not very good at doing, and to sit still and not get up and walk around and not touch his penis, that he is so exhausted that when he sees you, oh my God, there's a part of him that just wants to kind of collapse in your arms, but quite often he'll come at you a little bit aggressive, and in the car, wow. And you're thinking, I must be the only parent that this is happening to, and we know it happens in lots of cars right the way through to adolescence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the reality is that when your children are away from you all day, having to mind their P's and Q's and follow the rules and get along well with everybody else and manage their performance with learning at school and all of those kinds of things, it's a big drain. Their resources for coping really get depleted. And what we know from the science of child development is that children get those resources topped up or get their cups filled up by you, by their special big person. And so all the day long, when everything's hard and they're feeling like they really gotta manage it all, they're spending from that cup. And then the end of the day comes and you show up to pick them up, and they literally on the inside take this big emotional sigh, and then they let you have it, because they're not thinking it up here, but they're feeling it down here. How could you have left me? How could you have made me have to manage all of that myself for 7 hours? And so it's the relief of getting to fall into the safe big person that you are. It means that you've done it all beautifully. You have created that kind of relationship with your child, the kind of relationship where they know you're going to be their soft landing. And so that's why you get to be the worst parent that ever parented, the worst lunch packer that ever lunch packed, the worst slow walker to the car that ever slow walked. You get to be all of that for your child because you've done it perfectly.
That's a sign of how much they love you. And that cortisol that's flooding them is your job as the big person to help them discharge that in a loving and caring way. So, yeah, it's called developmentally normal. However, the way you embrace it so you don't see you as some sort of lousy parent and there's something wrong with your child, you'll manage it because you've got this.